Okay, Teen, it's showtime.
Yes, it is.
Must be another video day. So, what shocked us going back to the UK as expats?
Ooh.
Why do we do this, Teen? Why do we dig a hole for ourselves with these? What shocked us? Anyway, before we get into this controversial subject about going back to the UK,
We are Tina and Norm, and we talk all things retirement.
we appreciate each and every one of our subscribers, and thank you very much. So, the first thing that shocked us when we went back to the UK for a visit to see our families there was surveillance cameras. It was Big Brother. It's everywhere.
It was quite amazing, wasn't it, Norm?
It was, because when we left in 92, there was hardly any surveillance cameras, but wow.
Everywhere we went, just walking down residential streets, we'd look up and on the lamps there was cameras
I know.
everywhere.
And us coming from Canada, where we don't really see surveillance cameras.
No.
So that was a big shock that the UK, England had changed so much.
Yes.
Surveillance cameras everywhere.
Now, another thing is we actually went back and visited the town where Norm grew up. And there wasn't a supermarket, a grocery store.
No, it'd gone. People obviously didn't eat anymore.
No. So what we found was they had a Tesco in a petrol station. And
You got to remember, I've known this petrol station all my life. It was a Vauxhall dealership, and lo and behold, they put a big gas pump in there, and there was a tiny supermarket, and that was a supermarket for the town, and it's a big town.
that was quite a surprise to us, wasn't it?
But an amusing one was, you might not know this, but we don't really have cell phones. We actually do have cell phones, but we use them to take photographs. And we use them for Wi-Fi. So when we're traveling, we try and get Wi-Fi. So we ended up in Manchester Airport. And this also happened in Costa Coffee as well, which is another story. So we tried to get the Wi-Fi at Manchester Airport. And it said that they would text us a code to our cell phone. But if you have a cell phone, do you need Wi-Fi?
Yeah, we kind of thought that was totally ironic.
So we couldn't get on the free Wi-Fi in Manchester Airport as a traveller because we didn't have a cell phone. We thought that was odd.
Yeah.
The comparison is we can go to any fast food place in Canada, and it just says, "Do you want to log on?" We say, "Yeah," and you're on. No texting codes. So that shocked us that England wasn't quite as progressive in dishing out free Wi-Fi.
No. And because we travel a lot, hey, Norm, that we're used to that everywhere, aren't we?
We are.
Another thing we found was that traffic was
Oh my gosh.
so busy.
It's insane.
It's like and we'd forgotten how narrow the roads were.
But if you go back to the town I grew up in, I would walk down there, and it was like rush hour all day long.
It never changed, did it?
didn't.
It was just this big, solid line of traffic.
Now, another huge shocker to us was, Tina, they shrunk the taxi cabs.
It's so funny.
The black cabs now are just a shade of their former selves. They've been on a diet.
Yeah, you could say they've shrunk.
They shrunk the black cabs, the London-style taxi, and then they wrapped them in advertising.
Yeah,
Never seen that before.
that was
Leave,
very different.
leave the black cabs black.
Another thing we found was Costa coffee is everywhere.
Yeah.
When we left, we didn't even know about Costa coffee, did we?
Never heard of them.
Now they're everywhere. So that was a big shock to us, wasn't it?
It was. The other thing, bakeries. What have you done to the bakeries in the UK? There was lots of little regional bakeries. We seem to remember Hames and some like that. Now they're all Greggs. And Greggs are everywhere. We're not complaining because Greggs really have good stuff. But the other thing was, we were in Edinburgh and we just wanted a coffee, and we saw that this shop had vanilla slices, and that's one of my favourites.
Oh, it is. Norm loves his vanilla slice.
They wanted £2.95 for a vanilla slice. So we did a rough translation, and that is $5 Canadian.
It's just amazing, isn't it?
Yep, we can go to a Dutch bakery local to where we live, and they bake them fresh every Friday. How much are they there?
We pay $1.50 Canadian dollar.
Yeah.
So we're talking about their price there being like over three times the cost.
I know.
Just for one cake.
Anyway.
Oh, but Norm, there was one thing. Can no longer get my favourite yellow top buns.
Yeah, what did they do with that? That was the one thing we really fancied. Because our family growing up would, it seemed on Saturdays that we would have cream cakes. And one of the ones that we always got was a yellow top bun. And it
was kind of like round, wasn't it? Stuffed with cream with all yellow icing on the top. Was one of our favourites.
It was.
And now you
couldn't find them anywhere.
No.
So there must be a conspiracy against the yellow top buns. And then what did they do with sales tax in England?
Ooh, that's gone up and up from when we were last there, Norm.
20% VAT?
And it's a good job it's kind of hidden, isn't it?
It is. It'd give me a heart attack every time I'd see that. So yeah, they've snuck up the sales tax, which is really naughty.
Another thing that we were very surprised at.
We were shocked. This is YouTube.
Oh, yeah, we were shocked that we saw pound stores everywhere. We'd never seen a pound store before, had we?
No, when we were in England, there was no pound stores.
But
once again, the amusing thing is that a pound store is basically $1.71 Canadian.
So technically, it's not as good as our dollar stores, is it?
No.
Because our dollar store's $1.
But I'm sure the pound store has really helped low-income people in the UK with making things available at a cheaper price. So it's a great idea.
Yes, it is.
Betting shops. Oh my. It was just basically Ladbrokes when we left. Now, there's like 6 on a high street.
We found that shocking, didn't we?
It was, and brands we'd never heard of before.
Yeah.
And then, surprise, surprise, we see a national lottery.
Yeah, that was new. We didn't know
New for us.
Yeah, that wasn't there, was it, when we were there? Wow.
And then this is right at the top of the list of things that were totally shocking, is they stuffed Dolly the sheep.
We went into the Scottish National Museum and we were
in Edinburgh.
Yeah, we were quite shocked, weren't we?
We just walked into this room and there was a sheep, and it turned out to be Dolly, the first cloned mammal. And it was funny.
It was funny, but it shocked us at the time.
So it was good to be able to see that, and
Yes,
it was a great achievement for Scotland to have the first cloned mammal. Towards the end of our trip in the UK, coming back to see family,
we felt like foreigners.
We really did. We felt the UK had moved on extremely quickly.
Yes, it had, hadn't it?
Almost to the degree that
We didn't recognise it anymore, did we?
half the stores we were used to were gone.
Yeah.
And there was a whole pile of brands of stores
That
and
we'd never heard of, had we?
and restaurants.
No.
So yeah, unfortunately, one of the downsides to emigrating is when you go back from where you came, you do feel like a foreigner.
Yeah, and we definitely did, didn't we?
We did. So anyway, that's what shocked us going back to the UK.
And we hope that everybody is staying safe.
Keeping well.
And until the next time,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.